Right.
all the audio that is being recorded.
Oh, we'll stop talking and then we can just right now, boom.
Okay, let's do. Yeah,
I like buy that.
I like.
I'm gonna buy that.
Well, you can buy it for very.
Yeah. What?
He's
He's gonna,
retail
steal
value.
it from me, basically, is what she's trying to say.
I just started a business.
For real? Nice. So, I know, but I was like, for real, kind?
Are we recording?
We're recording now
Okay. Welcome to Shorter Shore.
from Waikiki
To the key.
and everywhere in between.
Welcome.
Oh,
Wow.
goodness.
So we're on the same shore.
It is unbelievable. You gallivanting all over the world,
Yeah.
from Key West to the North Pole. Then she actually hit a seal and had to leave, from what I heard.
No, the polar bear kicked me off.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but for real, actually, we did get hunted by a polar bear.
Yeah.
We did.
No, I'm watching your adventures. I follow. Because the last time I saw Tantra was on Maui. I think I was leaving the house.
Yep,
Like-
we had a great time.
4 a.m.
Because we just
We're painting walls. We're doing art.
worked. We
Art.
Yeah, we're doing art.
I actually sold that painting for like
Really?
$1 million.
No wonder you're traveling the world.
It was phenomenal. By the way, ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, we
he deserves an intro.
In case anybody who doesn't know, if you're not from Hawaii, one of the most talented individuals. Wait, you gave me the
dude, don't do
the
it.
one and only infamous, not complicated.
What's up?
Oh my!
This is cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh, okay. Going back to that though, and welcome.
You guys stole security cameras off of buildings into this podcast.
I live about 20 minutes.
Okay. All right. I love it.
Well, thank you. This
No,
was
you're
very
welcome.
last- We know that you're very busy.
Yeah,
you're like something now. No,
Can you believe that?
you're like I'm scared now. Like,
No.
do I need to like show you my ID or?
I'm the same guy. I just get on title now. And I try to explain to people, that's what most people want. They want a title. They want to be called something, right? And it's like the most ridiculous thing because you're told you cannot do this, you cannot do that. No people are watching. But then who cares at the end of the day? I used to worry about that so much. I want my tail off. I thought I had to be on a certain, level. So I always worked hard to stay at that level, but like I lost my friends. In many cases, disattached from my family, and at the end of the day, no one really cares. They just care for that moment. Like, oh, what can you do for me? And then you realize, man, I was just doing all of this work.
Yeah.
For what? So
Or
I'm not the I have a title, cool, you know what I mean? But like I'm still the same guy. I love the
when I started to see you pop up, as somebody that we could vote for to represent that, I was really excited
stop
to
it.
know you. Well, because I know you
Okay.
and I know your heart. I
Yeah.
know that you are like we've worked together for a long time.
Yeah.
You know?
But you read all the comments from everybody else.
No,
I think maybe that's the reason why you're starting off with that, because you want to make sure that, one, I'm going to justify the fact that I believe in you, Augie.
Go. Oh, I'm gonna start going and commenting.
Go look, it's the most craziest thing. Mind you, for 30 years, I worked at people's parties, right? Sometimes giving the, as a radio person, you go host events, right? Hey, can you help us out? Can you give us this? Can you work for this? And you do all that, right? And you get elected or you ask to step outside the box and you do something that's so super out of the ordinary, like run for office. And you go back to those guys and, hey, you think you can help me out or what? And they don't reply. They don't call. It's because they're reading what everybody else is saying. He's going to run for office. Comedian? What does he know anything about? He doesn't know anything about politics. And pretty soon you're judged automatically based on a title, which is sad, right? Because that's why, I love it, because it's always been that way. I was talking to my cousin Joe's back there coming here. And we were talking about growing up in public housing. having ADHD, dyslexia. I always felt like people were talking down to me, right? Even in radio, believe it or not. I remember like when I started to get like, some decent following, and I went to, I'm not going to say what station, but I maybe went general manager, and he looked at me and he said, I don't think you can pass downtown Honolulu. You can only cater to the people in one. Wow, I was so offended by that. Many salespeople, even after that, like, oh, it's like one guy said this by me being on the station. It's like we went from Roy's to Rainbows. And I thought that was so insulting. Yeah. And even throughout my comedy career, no one thought like you could cross over. And whenever I went to the mainland, you shouldn't do the kind of comedy you do, like really local. Because I always felt like if I just stay true to myself, people get to see something that's different. Right?
Right.
But, people are still buying into what, Waikiki. They were buying into this, this is this and this is that, when really people came here because they wanted to know who you are. They wanted to hang out with the peeps. And now we know what Pidgin is like the #1 accent in America.
Really,
If you're a councilman, you're supposed to be there for the people, be of the people, right? So
Right.
that's what you want.
Right.
You start off as a
Yeah.
then you become a comedian,
Yeah.
a successful comedian. And as a comedian, you're basically talking about the pulse of what's happening out there.
Yeah.
I see why it's a perfect correlation.
But the attacks was amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just stuff like, City Hall is not a comedy club. Just so insane. Because at the end of the day, you represent people. You're supposed to listen, right? And you really comedy helped me read the room correctly, right? But I saw the positive side of it and I saw the negative side of it, right? Like I saw who my true friends were. My campaign team was 10 people headed by that guy right there. That's it. Again, somebody who had almost $500,000. And we went knocking on doors, had people just yelling at me because I wasn't wearing my mask. Like when masks first came out, I know. You have it in your pocket.
When you cheat.
Oh yeah, well, like, he's inside his house. I'm outside. He goes, "You're killing my family." Man, and my germs must be can travel that far. No, he was yelling from inside his house behind one door, and he was videotaping me. And it's because he never liked me. And they would send us that picture. You gonna vote for this guy who don't follow laws? Oh, dude. And then everybody attacked.
Did you send your security guard in?
Oh, believe me.
Oh.
If you guys know me, my family members, like the first picture that I took when I first said I was gonna run for office, you had a bunch of my friends that came out to support, some of my brothers, and we took the picture, right? And then I posted it and then had comments like, hey, 3/4 of the guys in that picture was in prison.
No way. Not.
Yeah. Why would I lie? You was like, dude, half of those guys in your picture was in jail.
A section of Hawaii, kind of sort of.
No, at the end of the, yeah, I see them. But like the cool thing is that, my family members that helped, that, maybe did some bad things in their past life, I think was a way of saying, hey, look, my family member, my cousin is out there. He's for the people. And when you're doing that, when you're getting people honking the horn, right, Joe? Almost cool validation, like, thank you.
Yes.
Oh, right on. Oh, we got to get those guys that go right on to vote. Call them the chihus. They're not a chihu, but they don't vote. You can't tell them vote. We have over 500,000 registered voters and only 30% vote. And yet we cry, yell, or completely not change it. Vote.
They're in the comment.
Yeah. Yeah. So, learn a lot of lessons.
So the one thing that, because she was in Florida when this happened too, but the big story that I remember was that you were the one that You thought it was wrong?
Yeah.
64%?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause that makes complete sense. And I can see what they're saying. Oh, we want to make sure that the comedy is up to everybody else. What?
So, you know what I learned in that whole process is that we don't educate the public enough. So that's why podcasts, that's why social media is important to like explain your side, right? And I was told that if you're gonna be a public servant or a politician, you gotta explain even the hard things. You gotta answer to the hard thing. Like, if you deserve that raise, tell everybody why. No hide. My whole thing was like, it was, you had this commission that recommended, and I get it. I know why. But for the first 2 years being in office, right? All I heard was, I don't know if we're gonna make budget, we short staff, we gotta pay city employees more money, the rank and file, the guys that pick up the rubbish, the police that watch the neighborhood, we need cleaner playgrounds, we need speed ups. And every time I ask, oh, we need more money. And then all of a sudden, this mysterious money comes from nowhere. Right? And I'm going, and again, that was a result of people in my district saying, bro, and I'm not there for me, for a title. I'm there because, I like represent the people that live in my community, and people wasn't happy. But I understand now. So what we did was, in the last couple of weeks, we have amendments that gonna be on the ballot, right? That was recommended by some from me, some from other council members, so that we never ever get to the point where we can just get 64%. It has to stop, or you get on raise when the city employees get on raise, 3, 5, because I would have okay in increments, but at that much, knowing that, man, there's so much need. We're coming out of a recession, or we're coming out of COVID, going into a recession, sorry. There's nobody getting money. Where's this magic money, right? And I just thought, like, gotta lead by example. You want government and people to have a different perception of what's happening in Hawaii. We just gotta lead by example. I'm not perfect. God knows that, right? But I think when you do your best by leading by example, people follow. That's as simple as that, right? And the nice thing is that they blessed me. They gave me a gift. Like, I'm running for re-election, and no one's running against me. So, it tells me that people think that I did a decent job in my first term. And there's only 2 terms. So I get 4 years to rock and roll. There's a lot of things that I like do, some things that I like, make sure that I follow through in my first, my first 4 years in office. So I have a Biden moment right there.
What is that?
Sorry.
Football fan.
We have a theme.
Okay.
We recently just started this program.
All right.
So we went with luck, like lucky we live in Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
So much. How much would you say, or what things in your life would you attest to luck? And if it wasn't for that, none of it.
That's funny, because I was just thinking about how fast people are like making money right now because of podcasts, because of social media. Correct. OnlyFans.
Just like,
Oh,
the only foot.
Only feet.
and how my new special. I'm fighting over the title. I'm hoping to call it. I was famous before the internet. A time where we had to go put posters.
Ooh,
We had to go pass out flyers, right? You had to put banners. We had to beg radio stations. What do you think? You guys can have me on. I'm like, fuck my show. You remember those days? But now you don't need them, right? You don't need posters, And I just thought, wow, everything I did 30 years ago, being on TV, I had to pay for. If I wanted to run one ad, I had to pay for run one ad, right? Like, how different my life would have been, right? And then if you go into my office in City Council, if you have time, please come to my office, right? Right by my desk, there's a picture of my last professional fight, right? My last professional boxing match. And I got that picture up there because it's a reminder that if you cannot give 100%, because I quit that night. I said, no more boxing, never went back in, never tried to do it again. Because my cousins will tell you, that's what we lived it, breathed it, wake up every day, went to the gym, trained. We just wanted to make the best of what we had. And we knew like, man, this was the thing that made us saw, we got to see the world. We got to go to the mainland because, you know, we got this sport that allows us to go and travel. But that picture, you know, people come in and go, that's, yeah, it's me in a black truck. But I put that there to remind me that I gotta commit to this job 100% because people expecting you to do your best, right? That night I quit. I remember seeing that, like, I cannot give 100%. I suck. I got knocked down like several times that fight. You know, and to a person I think maybe, you know, I could have beaten easily, but man, you know, he kicked my ass. And now he works for the city. And I remind him, like, how you even kicked my ass the last fight. But we fought to a draw. We fought to a draw, but I had to punch out. You remember that fight, Joe? I had to punch out. Meaning, I had to like work hard the last 2 rounds because, man, the guy caught me a couple times where like, you know, I have biting moments now because of that. President Putin. Oh,
Yeah.
So I don't look at life that way. I go, everything happened for a reason. There's lessons learned in every, you know, through a divorce, through not succeeding in school. All of that happened. Losing, being successful at, you know, having a divorce, all led to where I'm at right now. You know, in a time in my life where like, geez, I'm 56, I'm still learning, but I know, like, okay, don't do that. You don't need to do that, you know? Why? No need to go home. You don't need to be so selfish.
Yeah.
Like, shut the hell up. You know?
So this is not an intervention.
Oh, yeah. I'm the fun one.
I know. Yeah, so there's like, you know, how everything happens for a reason. Even this right here. You think I would see you, Ivan? The last time I saw you was at the last show. And then before that, Ivan bombed on stage. First of all, to the 8 I have it on video. I'll send you the video. I do have it on video.
No.
I have it on video.
Oh,
I gotta go home.
Let me just say. I wanted to say.
Yes.
I was never explained like the setup of a joker. Yeah, like the rhythm it takes. By the way, what they do is amazing. But you guys, all the you have, you guys are great, so talented. I didn't know what. Later on, I used to watch you guys or watch comic comedians. And, oh, that's the reason why, because this and this and this.
Yeah. But I gotta tell you, man, it takes balls to go. You know, I like go on stage and try and make people laugh. And Ivan came up, he said, "What you think of, dude? 5 minutes, go get them." Right? And
Wait, so
yeah,
like in
yeah, in Honokong. Yeah,
It was bad.
So what?
but like now, no, I know, no, that was that bad. I don't remember. Like, but I tell you what, no. You know that's the cool thing. The cool thing is that now, like, you know, they have these corporate like meetings and events, and some of these corporate meeting and events challenges people to go do open mic, because that is still the number one fear besides, you know, surgery, is doing 5 minutes and taking somebody on a ride. And look, I laugh at that because I had my fair share.
No, the timing.
Wait. So why did you want to do this?
I've always thought, I mean, to me, comedian, that's like one of the hardest things to do. You're so vulnerable on stage. And to make somebody laugh, why do you think I got engaged on stage? It's the feeling. That was it. That rush.
Yeah, I never went
It
through
was awesome.
I'm doing it again because I need it just for my mental health.
So amazing.
Yeah, it's.
Why did you think I'm still not over this?
I don't know. I was
go
drunk.
up there.
I was drunk. I believe I was drunk.
No, dude. No. I know. Listen, I no lie. He was working. He was talking in front of the mirror a week before it. He was like, I bet you. But I did the same thing. And I just remember like,
All did too.
yeah.
Not editing out. If you edit this out, I quit.
Yeah. Dude, he went up. One, again, it takes just to get up, grab the mic, there's techniques that you put the mic to the side. You got to look like a couple things in communication. I think you guys know this, right? They're not really. So 50% is what they call body language, right? So I when I walked up, body language was awesome, right? He looked like I am gonna try to do this thing called stand-up comedy and grab the mic. Mind you now, people only listening to really 20% of what you're saying. Only 20. That's where I felt bad. I don't
I
know.
wish I knew that.
I never knew I was going to be attacked like this.
No, you're not gonna attack.
They tell you to go off.
No. He stayed on stage until he was done.
I don't remember anything. I just know that I thought I had fun stuff, but it was not.
No, it probably was.
I love that you're.
Yeah, no, it probably was funny. But again, I always thought, you know how like you guys know of one or two guys, auntie and uncle, that's always fun at the party, right? Just funniest person in the party. When you tell them to do that on stage, they cannot do that. And part of it is like George Wallace told me this. You know George Wallace, comedian, is like one of the first, like there's Bill Cosby, there's Eddie Murphy, right? There's, Martin Lawrence, but there's, George Wallace. George Wallace was like the funniest 10 p.m. comic in Las Vegas at one time. But you talk about somebody that could improv. So he amazing improv. Yeah. That George Wallace, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So George Wallace, when I first started,
okay.
my second, maybe not even the first year in comedy, he writes this cool note, like just be who you are. George Wallace, right? That guy, if you can, he told me the first thing that makes you laugh is what will make most people laugh. But you got to bring that same energy to the stage. You got to say it the same way,
It wasn't, I had the opposite problem with energy because I was so confident. I remember that was the only good thing I heard. Everything else was horrible. And there was a concert back in Heel later that night. And everyone who saw the show, like, couldn't look at anybody in there. I remember that. I remember.
Well, that's right. Was that Uncle Billy's, right? Or like Uncle Mikey's? Yes.
So that was an unlucky time.
It was definitely a lot. No. Everybody else is lucky that I didn't do a little good. Because if I did a little good, I would have tried some more.
Are you going to try it again?
Oh, God,
we should.
To be honest, I would love to.
Yeah.
But, man, I bombed.
No, wait, no. You guys live here now? Okay, so Jose, you remember Jose? No, Jose went up to you. And Jose was feeling like $1 million because he usually dies. And yeah, at that time, you just made him look so good. But he has,
You're welcome.
he has, comedy you, so you can go. Just go. I'm telling you, every joke that I've done, if I remembered how I did it when I first saw it, or it worked.
Business.
Okay, go.
Online court.
No. Like, there's so many people that tag me, because of where they're at right now. Like, you did that on your own. You worked hard. You know what I mean? Like, thank you for the shout out, but you worked hard. Go own it. Like, you deserve that. You know what I mean? Because during my time, I had to compete with everybody else that was, on radio or, and now you have the whole world in your hands. And I don't know why you guys flunk in school when you get the whole world in your hands.
So you're more of a storyteller when you tell.
Yeah.
It's like one-liners, people who tell the company. You're more of a storyteller like Kevin Hart.
Yeah. And if there's something funny that, like, I was just thinking about several things this last couple of days. Even like, so we were talking about Ernie and Bert. You remember my radio partner? You know, he's just the producer, but like he was singing, you know, Rubber Ducky. You know, I was like, dude, I never heard that song for a long time. Ernie used to sing it on Sesame. Like, that's not for laughing again. Almost not for laughing. Nobody could see him. Like Bert, Big Bird, always like, he's right there. The Philadelphia is right there. I used to yell at the TV, stop it. He's right there. But like, you remember when they came to Hawaii? Remember when Sesame Street came to Hawaii and they couldn't, there was like by the sleeping giant. You guys don't remember this? No. Man, I'm really showing my age. Anyway, I'm so fascinated with people that like get so fascinated when they see things in the rock that look like somebody, you know, like the crouching lion, right? You know, in Ka'awa. That crouching lion. Oh, it looks like a lion. Or when you go Maui, Yale Needle, on the way to Yale Needle, get John F. Kennedy's portrait. I'm like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I like, you know, like, I like know who the guy is finding this stuff and then getting it. Like, you know, they smoking weed. And they're sitting over there and it's just kind of, and the sad part is that they tell you stuff like, yeah, you know, like Chinaman said, yeah, the rock fell on a lizard tail and it, you know, I'm like, shut up with your hocus pocus, right? Like, because you see something that looked like somebody sleeping there. It's like, you know, that was a giant, took a nap, trees started growing on like dirt. So like, you know, like the guy that maybe saw the portrait of Kennedy while going up to Yale Needle, like guarantee it was one of those hippies in kids smoking weed. This, and this Kennedy. So rock, dummy.
Rock.
But like,
I'll write all this down.
So
The next shot, taking him a theory.
no, but like, maybe not. It's not funny right now, but like, it's just, you know, the whole, right? It's just, you know, how do you weave it so that there's some, yeah,
Dating life story and
yeah.
Go there.
Yeah.
How did she got what?
That's what she does. That's her whole point of it.
Look, it's a 1 and 2 punch right here.
okay, wait. Getting back to the luck thing, though.
Yeah.
I really believe what you believe because we were talking about this, and you know, you had the luck story with how you became who you became.
Yeah.
That's level. And but I'm like you. I feel like it was my father raised me like you work for what you have.
Sure.
As a woman, honestly, in our industry, you have your stories. You know, people look down or whatever. They do that. Been from day one. You know, for me, and I feel like in my career. So I feel like, you know, it's what you make of it.
Correct.
Timing could be luck. Timing could be a thing. You know, but I don't know if I necessarily believe in luck.
Yeah. Yeah. I think my greatest success is because some failures.
No, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh,
yeah. But it all starts from someplace. For me, everything started from luck for me.
Yeah.
One lucky incident caused all of this. Nothing would have happened without one incident.
Yeah.
I was a freshman in high school. There was a radio contest. Oh, you know, be on the radio, send your tape in. So I sent my tape in and I lost. So I wanted my tape back. I called up, right, hey, this you sounds too young. I felt they played it for me with my cousin. He was a young kid. He over it. He thought it was freaking hilarious. They're like, oh, come on in. So from that, I actually interned for the radio station.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got, let go from the radio station and I moved to Oahu and all this. I wouldn't have met her. Wouldn't have kicked her out of my club.
I wouldn't feel that luck.
So,
yeah. Dude, everything happens for a reason.
Everything up for a reason.
Dude, I wasn't supposed to be on radio. It's just kind of like, Andy Bumatai was doing a prom. You know how radio stations would host like a prom gala night to get people excited about the prom. Yeah. That all these young kids. And I had just been opening for Andy for like 3 weeks. And we went to Doe Cannery. And then Andy told Lanai, hey, I get this young comic. Can you let him go up and do time? the night claims that I bombed. I felt like I killed, but then we became friends. And then I just started coming up doing character voices, and then the general manager at that time was like, you should consider doing radio. And then, I'd go in, my paycheck was like CDs, or you get to go to concerts, right? But what they never know is like, I was already raising a family. I'm gonna be doing this concert things, or you take home some CDs, right? But and I realized like, hey, I think I have something to offer. So you give an opportunity, right? I always look at opportunities like, let's go make the best of it, and then work around the situation you're in. There's no way that my wife at that time was like, oh, you going in just for CDs? You got to take care of your family, right? So I went in to learn, understand, and then when I had the opportunity, I took it. And again, it's just kind of, you're there and you just take advantage of whatever that is. And if it hits, it hits. If it doesn't, then everything happens for a reason.
You know what? I've realized, you guys, honestly, at this point,
No.
40, still doing it.
Yeah.
But, I'm doing my own thing now. I got my own business.
How old are you?
Right? Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. But I feel like in order to really make it in this world,
Mhm.
you have to believe in yourself beyond what society will really tell you, and I honestly feel that you have to kind of psycho with not like your ex-girlfriend type. You have to be kind of psycho with your belief systems on yourself. You have to like iconically believe in yourself. Like every artist did that. Every musician did that to the nines, and you have to just know.
Yeah.
And then and you can't really, like you said in the beginning of the program, you can't really rely on anybody else opinion about you or what they're going to comment. You have to continue. And that these days, with so much hate, with so much of that stuff, it goes.
So you got to be extra psycho. That's all.
I mean, tell all my exes that it's for a reason. Okay. So
tomorrow,
Yeah.
a time machine is made and you go back to 19-year-old Augie.
Yeah.
And you tell yourself everything that you're going to do. You think you would have believed yourself that all of this path that you went on would ever happen?
That's my cousin. He's known me the longest.
Will you come up here, please, Joe?
Like, he has like a sore back. But
I'll
like,
pick you up.
no, like I look back at stuff, and I think the one and only thing that I regret is like maybe possibly going into the military. Yeah, I think I should have, like we all had the opportunity to box in the military as an athlete, not not to go in and fight war, but like to fight as an athlete. And I think every kid should do it. Not because, could, but just through the discipline of, getting up, and discipline of hard work. Because that's only a small time of your life. You know what I mean? Like you got so much more to conquer, and it just helps bring that discipline. And that, so that's the only thing. Like I look back and I go, man, she's like 56. I went in, I could have gone I went to school because of the military. I served my country. I did comedy for 30 years. And I'm the city council member. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing. And it would have been like maybe 2, 3 years of 4 years of, I don't know. But like, you still have the same characteristics that you always had, the same beliefs. I think it'll strengthen it. If you hate it, get people that hate it. I have family members that hate it. But, man, they have VA at home. And now you can use a GI Bill to give your kids to go college. I'm not doing this to, trying to be a recruiter for the military, but like, I look at some of the things that like my nephews, have like, dude, you should take that opportunity. Like, just go get discipline. That's it. This road is foggy already. Just go try and get discipline.
What about people that need like less?
Yeah.
My partner here, he like flexibility is like an issue. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to like,
Well, somebody has to be a responsible one. You can't go just go up there and like, go out of touch power.
hey,
Go crazy. You know what I mean?
on that note, we're going to bring in some, what are these again?
So we have some questions.
Oh, you guys get the magic box.
We got
The
the
magic
magic,
box.
that's what they called
We
me in
actually
high
have some
school.
trivia.
Yeah?
I think that one over there is Hawaii trivia question.
Oh, it is? Okay, cool, do that.
Sure. Well, if you want.
Hawaii trivia. Ready?
Is that one Hawaii? I'm not.
That is.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let me, for Augie.
Doesn't
Whatever
matter.
was gonna be. Okay, bro.
Hawaii became a U.S. territory in 1898. When did it become a
1959.
1959.
for
See?
this guy?
Goldberg. Yeah.
Come on, give me another one.
How many of the main Hawaiian islands can fit on the Big Island?
All of them.
Oh, man.
Well, did you go through like his past, like back in the day?
I want to make him look good. Like he
Thank you.
look back.
Appreciate it. I know he prepped it like
Yeah,
everybody's prepping Biden right now. Oh, there you go. Joe. Okay.
Royal.
Oh, guarantee. Oh, and
Hawaii is the only state in the United States to have a royal.
right. And we had electricity before the White House.
Boom. That was the bonus one.
It's okay, man. That's all right. Hey, Hawaiian.
I just want one.
Just swing. That's all I need you for do, boys. Learn the hammer. I think I pulled the.
What had a
Yes.
wait? You guys met up.
No.
Right?
Come on, Tancha. You've
Yeah.
been here long enough. Let's see how well you know.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You ready? What was
Joe
the
Biden.
name? What was the name of the first female mayor of the city and county of Honolulu?
Abby. You know. I know.
Okay, Ivan. What was the first female lieutenant governor?
Bro.
Oh, Lucille.
No?
What?
Jean King and Eileen Anderson. I was like, all right. Good. Okay, I'll give you the pre-planned one, the Biden question. How many islands make up the Hawaiian archipelago?
I think that would be archipelago.
Huh?
I don't even know.
137 islands. Yeah, the archipelago goes all the way up into Alaska.
Who was chief in that we looking at the round?
Yeah, that's good. Dude, these are good. I love this podcast. You get education. I love it.
All right, what now?
I was gonna think takeaway, man. I think this is a great time.
Learning that you can't do comedy.
My God. I had no idea. I literally thought you forgot about it.
No. He thought I forgot who you are. You know when he called me, I was like, dude, it's Augie. I do like, Ivan, I know who you are. Ivan, come on, man. How many times I have to beg?
Okay.
Can I come on your great first show? Come show up on the Big Island. Get it, please.
Oh, man. Okay, wait. I want to know one more thing.
Yeah.
Why are you not having sugar for a long time? I know that I'm.
No, thank you. It's been 12 days now. So I'm doing the carnivore diet. So I'm not, just eating meat. Just strictly meat. No rice, no bread, no sugar.
No, what skin?
I don't know if it, no, but I was getting, I felt, no, so you don't have, like I started, like at 56, I started peeing a lot in the middle of the night. Like, I need to sleep. Like I started peeing a lot. So, I go on WebMD because, I'm worried, like, and it says like, oh, if you're doing that, you're in the beginning stages of diabetes. So I like, okay, I'm gonna cut. Because it's bad enough already peeing all over the seat. The last thing I need to do is like, hopping with only one leg because they have to cut my leg off because of diabetes. I'll be peeing all over I am going to eat perfectly. And no, like, and at the same time, like, getting to that age where like, mobility, like Look, I'll reach over for grab a remote control maybe like a year ago. I pull one side of my, just grab me. And the doctor tells me, oh, you always had that. Now that you're 55, you're now noticing stuff that you never noticed when you were 45. Yeah, so, you know, I go, I get muscle relaxers. It was cool. Felt like I was back in high school. You know, you pop capoeira. But then again, I'm Portuguese, so I read everything, right? So I read in the bottle. I'm like, the only thing I'm noticing is that if you don't poop in 3 days, you gotta go see the doctor. So for 3 days, because I like to take a dump. You know, I like this. I like sitting there just, you know, playing Tetris.
Well,
You know, so
memory.
Yeah.
I got a memory. This is an okay one.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
you taught me how to poop properly.
Wait,
That's
that's right.
properly.
Yeah,
So
you did it.
to move.
No,
like,
no, I told you. Yes, yes, yes. And then you gotta tap your your shin.
Wait, tell me that in my.
You're drinking a lot, and I was
Oh,
like,
what else
tension.
can I
All you have to do is do this, boom, 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 right? No, it's
Go.
an ancient Chinese thing. You tap your what is it? Your shin, yeah, and it does. Do it right now, everybody tap. You're gonna feel it. No, you didn't. No. You're gonna feel the connection to your sphincter. You gonna no, you're gonna no, this anyway. So
But no, thank you for that. Honest.
Yeah. And if you squat, like the best doodle takers are the Asians, because when you go to Japan, it's on the ground. You gotta take off your pants and and think about that. You're down there. You just that's how your great ancestors did it. They just sit around.
My leg is
No, they live like they bend down. It's just a hole. You go to Japan, it's a hole. You sit there. And probably the best time of my life taking a dump was in Japan, because you sit there. On the third day, and and I started like, no, you by yourself, right? And I was like, man, this is how my ancestors did it in Portugal. They just would dig a hole, just looking around, hoping nobody attacked them, listening to the animals, right? You over there by yourself. He just. So I'm telling you about it, like when I was in Japan, by the third day, that's what I was doing, because nobody knew who I was in Japan. I was sitting there in the stall, squatting. And you know how I know it doesn't matter what country you are, men will all be men? I started the Japanese guys going. We were in the jungle in Japan, taking a dump. What? All these guys were like, where are you in the jungle in Japan? No, because I led the way. I'm by myself in the stall, naked, right? I'm just picturing myself, how my great-great-grandfathers did it. I started thinking, they were probably in like the Filipino jungle. You know, this is how I know, like, we connect men at all levels. Nobody was being quiet. Right? Yeah, guys who I never know in other stalls was making animal sounds too. Because what you do? You there for what you do? You squatting.
Well, I did.
It's not like you're watching TV. You're squatting. You're thinking about how your day going. You're thinking about what you just did. You're thinking about like, man, this is pretty cool. Because when you when you squat, right? Everything just beautiful. Just
I will always think of you when I'm taking a dump, Augie. I'm so grateful.
no, I'm grateful that I got to tell a story. I got tonight. Go get everybody that's watching, the millions and millions of people watching this podcast will be hitting their shins. They're going, if you're stuck shit, do it. If you cannot get them out, tap your shins. I'm not lying. That's a pressure point. Get on. And you thank me. You be like, on. So we ending the podcast? That's it?
We are very new.
Well, we're
And we can grab you.
we were supposed to talk about luck, but like you said, there is no
Luck.
luck.
I think you're locked tonight knowing, man, you're another way of pushing that doodle out.
It is. It is. We're lucky we're going to get you on this. So,
Who else you guys getting?
you're it. You are the star.
Organized today.
You are it.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad because, all the podcasts are bringing on the same people. Tired of looking at them. Just two. People always ask me, you can do a podcast. I don't know why. But I know Ivan, who, when he called, you remember me? Stop it. And I saw the announcement too. I'm watching. I saw the announcement. We have something to tell you guys. We get it back together. I'm like, what? That. Thank you. Thank you for having me.